Hey everyone, it's Alicia. Welcome back to my channel. Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday. If you're new here, this is going to be a bit of an insane day to be coming on because I'm about to show my little adventure today and how it all worked out, and it was super fun. I cannot wait to share it with you guys. I cannot wait. First of all, I want to apologize. Before I left this morning, I left bright and early. And the reason for that, as I recorded in my video that you never saw, is that I had an appointment with a bookmaker, a professional bookmaker here in the Holy Land. And the reason I made that appointment was because one of my books started to lift a little bit at one seam, even though I've used the strongest score tape, the best quality supplies for bookbinding, and I couldn't figure it out. And I would lay stuff on top of it and it still would lift a bit, and it was making me nuts. So a friend of mine who owns a cafe here told me that there is a professional bookbinder not that far away, and why don't I call that person and ask them for some advice? And I thought, this person's going to want to meet with me? Well, folks, they met with me. And not only did she meet with me, she was so helpful. I had the most amazing day. I cannot wait to show you what I bought. I cannot wait to show you what I learned. It was amazing. But I did upload a video this morning, and it said it was going to take about 52 minutes to upload. So I set it for upload, and I went out to my meeting, and I was gone for almost 5 hours. I came back, it still hadn't uploaded. So we are having massive communication issues, guys. There's no point in uploading it now. It won't make any sense. I had sort of said good morning. I had told you I was on my way out to go to the post office, to go to my bookbinding errand, and then I ended up having this epic adventure that I'm about to share with you. I also shared with you that we finally got me a seat home. I'm so excited. But it's not as soon as I wanted. I wanted to leave this week, actually. As you know, I've been packing, and I really want to be home already. But unfortunately, because I can't leave at certain times because of my medicine, it's a long story, guys, but it takes me 2 hours to take all my pills in the morning. And if I don't take them or it's rushed, it becomes an issue for my health. So I can't take a 5 a.m. flight because then I'd have to get up at 1 a.m. And that's too hard on my system. So the flight times didn't work out well. So the earliest flight we could get me back is in 2 weeks. That worked out, and I was not happy about that. But I had a piece of good news today, and that is that my grandbabies are coming, and they're coming for 5 days. So it's really important that I upload everything today because I'm going to have them from tomorrow until Saturday. So I don't want Crafty Michelle waiting on my video, and considering how many internet issues we're having and videos are not uploading, I better upload it today and make sure it uploads, even if it takes overnight, so that at least Crafty Michelle has it. And I hope I can update that URL on Saturday. I'm worried because our communication is so poor right now that I hope I don't let anyone down. But keep your fingers crossed for me, folks. I'll keep an eye on it, I promise you. I only realized that there was some kind of communication real glitch because Crafting on Cruise yesterday, Cruise let me know, and then Susan Tootsie Tucker texted me today, and I was like, wait a second, I don't have an email from you. Then I thought maybe I missed it. So I did a search. Nope. So there's something going on. We're paying for a very expensive service from the U.S. here, and my husband's going to talk to them because I spoke to them today. I didn't get very far. He's going to call them back. There's an issue, and I should be having better service than this. And I have an aging mom, and I really want to make sure she can reach me when she needs to, and it worries me. So it's not only I'm missing your emails and your texts, but I'm also potentially missing my mom's, and that scares me. I did hear from Jelly Bean, and she is having a hard time, folks, but she's a trooper. She's a trooper. So keep her in your prayers, please. Please keep her in your prayers and your thoughts. And I cannot wait now to share with you my epic adventure. So let me tell you something. I've been watching a whole bunch of videos on bookmaking because I want every album I make to be well constructed. I told you, when I chose to do Crafty Michelle's Halloween Spectacular Halloween collab, I really committed to becoming a better maker. And I have to say, I received the nicest compliment from my friend Carmen Gores this week, who tells me, because don't forget, she was my first swap, folks, on YouTube. She tells me I have come miles and miles since day one in a very short period of time. And I was so touched to hear that because I'm working at it. It's not like it comes always easy. I tell you, folks, I am a messy maker. That would have been a really great name for this channel, The Messy Maker. Because I am messy by nature and I'm not gentle. I have man hands and they're rough with things. And I have a lot of patience that I do have. That's my one blessing. I'm stubborn and tenacious and I have patience. So when something doesn't work out, I will keep working at it. I mean, listen, I am still not friends with that lace flower business. I cannot tell you how many times I have tried making a lace flower. I have watched every tutorial available pretty much on YouTube. I watched Tony, Craft Burgess, Edward Scissorhands, Quick and Dirty Way. I've watched a fancy flower lady make it, who like makes lots of fabric flowers, and she's like an expert at it. I have watched everything. And what's really funny is I can't make the simple one. I can make the intermediate level one. There's something about the simple one. The simple one is basically you fold lace around your hand like this, and then like the way you make a bow. I can make a very nice lace bow. And then you tie it off in the middle and you cut off all the joint ends, and then you Edward Scissorhands it till it gets all fluffy. Well, folks, mine just looks crappy after. Like no matter what, I've tried it. I've tried it slow. I've tried it with different scissors. I have tried everything. I can barely make it look passable, let alone pretty. But the intermediate level one that's much tougher to do, oh, that one I can do. Now you explain this to me, but I'm going to keep at it. So if nothing else, I'm determined to learn how to become a better maker. And so one of the books that I created, one of the seams started to lift despite me using the best quality bookbinding tape, the very best. And it's the best. I've done research. And it started to lift. And I was like, what is going on? So my friend at a cafe suggested that I call a bookbinder. And I was like, what bookbinder is going to want to meet with me? I'm a novice and I'm just do this as a hobby. And he was like, try. Well, folks, she met with me. I couldn't believe it. Not only did she meet with me, she taught me a whole bunch of stuff and took me shopping. Nicest lady. You know what? Paper here continues to be very expensive and very poor quality. And as a thank you gift, when I get home, I'm going to get her a bunch of paper and ship it to her. Because this lady was amazing. And she explained a lot to me. So do you see here, can you see that little thing right there? That is, that's our air conditioning unit. And we have one in the bedroom and one in the living room. We don't have central air here. Very few apartments have central air. The new modern apartments that are being built have it. But most of people, until recently, people here didn't even have AC. So the fact that we have air conditioning in the bedroom and the living room is a big deal. And the one in our living room is very high powered. Like, I just came in so I'm hot, so I can sit here. But when I'm making at night, I have to turn it off. It's too cold because it's like direct air on you. It's not even like our air conditioners. It's a European model, and I find that they just shoot cold air right on top of you, which can make you feel sick-ish, as opposed to dispersing the air. So what she explained is that the air quality in our apartment is very inconsistent and humidity gets in all the time. And if I open the window to freshen up the place, which I do daily, that also lets in humidity. And all of those things are working against the score tape. So score tape just isn't enough here. She explained it in North America where temperatures are more moderate, it's enough. And in many European countries, it's enough. But here, you got to do things differently. And today, she taught me about it, and then she took me out to make sure I got the right products. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what she taught me. Got these tubs at the dollar store because I have to make my own mixture. Oh, yes, I do, folks. All right, so let me show you. If you watch YouTube videos on bookmaking, they talk a lot about PVA glue. So I can read now Hebrew, basic Hebrew, but I don't understand what I'm reading. I just understand the alphabet. And I was looking for PVA, right? Well, this is not called PVA. Here it's called something plastique. It's called something completely different, but that's what PVA is. It's AP, pH balanced white glue meant for bookmaking. So I went and got that with her, but this you mix with water. And so on all the videos on YouTube, it says you mix PVA with water and that's good enough. It's not good enough here. So then she took me to the hardware store. Oh, yes, she did. I've had quite an adventure today. And there, I bet you Jelly Bean knows this secret because I didn't know it. And I have watched, guys, more than 10 videos, more than 20 videos on bookmaking. Nobody mentions this. They say PVA and water is fine. It's not. PVA water and wallpaper paste, and a specific wallpaper paste. It has to have this methyl cellulose, high final bonding stuff in it. If it doesn't, it's no good. So she taught me that, and this is the one for lightweight to medium. And that makes a difference too, she explained. So for the kind of paper I'm using, this is the right paste. So you have to make a concoction of this, water, and PVA. And you have to mix that up so it's in a light paste in one of these tubs. And then, from the dollar store, she taught me, because if you buy this brush, or brushes like this at the hardware store, it's like anywhere from like 10 to 12 bucks per brush. And at the dollar store, they're only $2 or $3. So we went and got that. We went and got these tubs there. But while at the hardware store, she explained the other thing I need to do here. You know how I've been supporting the spines of my books using duct tape the way Mimi taught me? Wasn't a bad fix by Mimi according to the bookmaker. Pretty smart fix. But there's something better. And here it's called cloth duct tape. And you can only get it at the hardware store. You can't get it at an art store. You can't get it in even though it says on the back, heavy duty spine binding of books and carpet joining. You have to get it at the hardware store. It is $6 a roll. And I got it in white because you could paint it or stain it, and I got it in silver. But here's the problem, folks. It only comes in this thickness. So when you're doing like a smaller spine, you have to cut it with your art knife, and you can cut yourself very easily. So she taught me some tricks for how to do it. Still, I'm going to have to be super careful because it's difficult. It's not like square tape that you can get in different sizes. You have to do this yourself. But it can be painted, it can be stained, it can be, it's wonderful. So I was very excited. So I got me some of that. And Alicia got Crackle Medium because here it's in a spray. I was looking for a paste, but she took me to this other hardware store, and it's in English called Crackle Effects, and she taught me how to use it. So now I know how to use it. And this is about the same price as at home. Maybe it's a little bit more. It was 10 bucks. So I got that. And this I can't bring home with me. Everything else I can, but not this. Because this is an aerosol. Okay. Then she also taught me about fabric Mod Podge. Who knew, folks? This is a water-based glue finish and sealer. You use it when laying fabric on books. It's great for fabric flowers on books. It's not as strong as EC6000, and it's not as easy to use as Fabric Tack, she says, but it's pretty good. And with practice, she says, I'll get better at using it. This was super pricey. This was super, super pricey. And she tells me it's because it's imported from America. So if they import this, why can't they import Fabric Tack? I asked her that. She's like, I don't know. But this was expensive. This was like almost 20 bucks. I'm not kidding. I know. We pay like $8 and then we use a 50% off coupon. Yeah, almost 20 bucks I had to pay for this. But I'm happy I have it. Overpaid, I had to deal with it, but I made up for it. You ready? She also taught me, by the way, to use one of these when making my books. Now, this is also expensive here. This was like $7 or $8. You can get this at a garage sale, guys. At a garage sale for like a quarter. If you see one of these with the rubber part, pick it up. Not the metal, she taught me, and I'll tell you why. This, because it's silicone, can scrape down the paste when you're binding books. It also can take out creases better than a bone folder. And if you're laying fabric, it's really good for getting the creases out. And you can wash it. Whereas the metal ones, she says, tend to rust. These last forever if you take care of them. So I got me one of these. And then she took me to another store to get some fabric remnants. And guys, these were cheap. These were 50 cents a bundle. So I got a lot of amazing fabrics. And I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing with them. No, I'm not. I'm not telling you, but you'll see. You'll see in Heather's Halloween Club. More butterflies for me to cut out. Oh, and hot air balloons. Oh, yes, I had a good day. And I got some fabric for Miss Sabrina's project. Look at this. Oh, it was good. I learned so much. And then I told her I couldn't get eyelash trim. She's like, I can take you to a store, but it's expensive. It's the only one I know that carries it. And I was like, okay. It was pricey. However, I've got it. Look how cute this is. This one is pom-pom and eyelash. I've never even seen anything like this. And I got orange with these little, look at this one. It's so shabby. And then I got the regular black kind. So I am eyelashed up, ready to go. So that was really exciting. Some supplies are so overpriced here. Okay, this is made by like the cheap art store brand. We have the same brand in North America, guys. It's the same one that's at our Dollar Tree. Except this was $3 here. I'm not kidding. Okay, 3 times the price of home. And I got some EC6000 because I was out. But I'm going to share a little tricky trick with you. So I complained to her about how much I hate this glue. Right? Because it oozes out every time. Even if I sit it up like this, it oozes. And I'm like, what's with the glue? She's like, so why don't you buy one of these? That's what we use here. And I was like, what is that? Look at it again, folks.
It's 5 o'clock.
And there's our man. It's under $2. This is what they put in to stop the EC6000 from leaking out. And it also serves as a spatula for when you're using it. Where is this in our lives? Where is this? Seriously, if any of you want one of these, let me know down below and I will get you one. Because this is a lifesaver. Let me test it to make sure it works as well as she says it does, but I don't think this woman's making it up. You should see what she taught me today about laying down fabric on books, about stiffening fabric. I learned so much from this lady. My struggle with lace flowers continues to be real, folks. Continues to be real. But she taught me a lot. And I learned so much today, and I got to practice and do stuff with another creative person who's an expert. And wow. She makes laying down fabric on books look like nothing. I'm telling you, she can lay it down. She can lay down paper. She can lay down fabric. She can do it all. And it's perfect. Perfect. But they don't use a regular book owl here. I'm going to show you this. They use this doohickey, and it is so sharp. I'm scared. It's so sharp. It's from a hardware store. It's thicker, but it has a fine point. So they use this instead of an owl, and it's scary. And it does make small holes if you don't put, she had to teach me how to do it, like I'll show you. So let's say you want to do a book, like a journal, you just, see, you can put a small hole through, a small one, as long as you're careful. Or if you want to put a bigger one through because you want to use yarn, you can do that. See how you can do both? It's an amazing tool, but it's so sharp. It scares me. So I got that, and then I also got some giant needles for yarn. I'm not going to tell you what for. Not sharing it. You're going to have to wait for all the projects. So exciting. And so you know how I was trying to make those words out of the wire, and I was like, why don't mine look as good as like Lily's? And then I was like, oh, that's the one video of Lily's I didn't watch. And then I found out it's because Lily's using the We Are Memory Keepers pegboard for it. So it tells you where to put these pegs in to make the letters, and you just wrap them around that, and it creates these words. And I was like, oh, no wonder mine aren't perfect. Lily's using a tool, and I'm trying to do it by hand. But it turns out they do it by hand here too. So she taught me a few tricks using a screwdriver to help me. It looks a little better. It's not like Lily's perfection. I think I got to get me that memory board thing, but that's for when I get home. Until then, I'll just have to innovate without one. But that's why mine weren't turning out so good. Now I know. Now I don't feel so dumb. I was like, why don't mine look as nice as Lily's? Oh, Lord. I need that jig board. That's why. I need a jig board. Seriously, guys, I cannot believe I didn't realize that. After I watched the video, I was like, you are such a dork. You're such a dork. I learned so much today about fabric stiffener. I learned about all sorts of laying down methods. I learned about binding. I learned about spines. Oh, it was such a good day, guys. But I have so many supplies now to put away. When my husband sees this, he's going to be like, you did not just buy all that. And it's not about cost, because some of it was expensive. Mod Podge. Some was really inexpensive, like fabric, 50 cents. It's the quantity that's going to freak him out. I'm seriously going home with 2 suitcases, one filled with lace, one filled with art supplies. But that's just, I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. That makes me happy. Maybe he'll start to realize why I need more storage. Maybe. I'm so sorry again that my video didn't upload this morning. I am so sorry. Be patient with us. Oh no, my video just doing something weird right now, which means also we're going to have another internet issue. So be patient. I'm doing my best. I'm glad I'm going to be home soon. It's still too far away for me, but at least I have an end date. Because as you all know, I'm a little homesick. Today was fun. Today was great and fun, and I got myself outfitted so I can finish up my projects in a way that makes me happy. I could have finished them without it. These are small details that I could have left off, but it's much nicer to have the supplies. It is. And I'm so excited about the eyelash trim. I know it's ridiculous, but I'm excited about it. So, yeah, I had a fun day. And I learned lots. And when I get home, I want to give you guys a tutorial on bookbinding, because actually when we make our albums, when we make all these things, when I first started, I thought all double-sided tape was created equally. And then I heard from videos that the red line tape was good enough. And then I found out that's not good enough. And then you got to get the score tape. The truth is, Miss Judy knows what she's doing. Either you use tie-back and chipboard, or you use PVA, wallpaper paste, and water, and you mix it all up, and you can use tape on top of that. But you got to be careful. And I'm telling you, if you really want stuff to last, either follow Miss Judy's method, my scrapbook loft. She did that amazing tutorial with tie back. They can't get tie back here. They explain that to me. Even the bookbinders can't. So they use PVA, wallpaper paste, and water, which is much harder to apply. It's very messy. You have to be super careful. Oh no, and we all know how messy I am naturally. This is going to be what they call here a balagan, a big mess. So I'm probably going to have to do it outside because it's going to be messy, but at least it's going to hold up, and that makes me happy. And I now know how to bind a book in cloth. Oh yes, I do. Oh yes, I do. You know how Jellybean made that card with cloth? I know how to do that too now. Yep. So I learned a whole lot today, and now I'm exhausted. In a good way. We ran all over the city to get these supplies, and she was super generous. I'm going to get her a paper pad and maybe a few paper pads when I get home and some other stuff and ship it to her as a thank you, because she was so generous and taught me so many great techniques, and also how to save money by getting like cheap brushes at the dollar store. Oh, and my one big piece of excitement. Guess what my art store got in? 2 good things. Ink pads. I got a black ink pad today. I have ink. Now, I don't know how good the quality is, but who cares? I've got ink. She was kind of annoyed with them. She's like, is it archival quality? Of course it's not. It's not. It's not like my Memento pad. It's not like my Ranger ink. It's not like my Stays On. It's not like that. No. It's not. But it's ink. So it's not going to last the test of time, but I can do some stamping again, which means I can have sentiments for my cards. But look what they got in. Now, they're not as spooky as the Tim Holtz, but they're perfect for the project I'm currently working on. I'm so excited. Spooky eyes. And I got a couple of really cute stamps that were like so cute. Like, I'm going to show you one. I was going to show you that one, but I don't want to ruin the surprise for the person. I got it for someone in mind. I got like these. Okay, so I got this postage stamp with a butterfly on it. Look how cute. Look how cute. And I don't need an ink block because it comes with one. So I'm so happy. And I got a butterfly with the red. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Alicia upgraded some supplies. So I am so excited, guys. I'm so excited. So I have ink. I have eyelash. I've got fabric. Oh, I've got special paste for my books. Oh, it's a game changer day, guys. It's a game changer day. So I'm going to go rest for a while. And then I'm going to come back on, watch your videos, and comment while working on some projects. Oh, yes. Because now I have tons to do. And I better upload that video for Crafty Michelle today. Because it may take 24 hours for it to upload. And that is my day. Again, I'm sorry my video didn't upload this morning. Thank you again for your patience with me. And I wish each and every one of you a very, very happy Tuesday. Take care, y'all. Bye for now.